Hey everyone, I'm Leanna and I have been traveling on and off since 2021. So far, I've been to 49 of the 50 US states. I've been on numerous backpacking trips abroad, including Europe and Asia, and I car camp out of my built out RAV4 named Ralph. As you can tell, I love adventuring, so come and join me on this exciting journey and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Happy travels, everyone! In this video, I'll be showing you some day trips that you can take if you are based in Osaka, Japan. Osaka is the main hub for a lot of day trips. But before I get into the day trips, I'd like to show you Osaka itself. After a short train ride from Kyoto, my first stop was dropping my bags off at my hotel and taking the train to the very center. I was feeling very hungry, so I went to find some street food and I grabbed some takoyaki. They were so good. After that, I walked around Dotonbori. This area was jam-packed full of people, but I can see why. It was very entertaining to see all the restaurant signs and look at all the options for delicious food. You also can't miss the Glico Man sign. I then walked to the Namba Yasaka Jinja Shrine to see the famous lion head stage, and it was very impressive. Later on, I enjoyed an okonomiyaki, which was a delicious savory pancake. Okay, now let's get into the day trips. The first one on the list is Himeji Castle. From the Shin Osaka station, it will only take about 30 to 45 minutes by train to get there. I made a quick stop at Lawson for an egg salad sandwich, of course. Then you will walk a few minutes to the entrance. You'll be able to see it from far away as it stands at 152 feet. Himeji Castle is one of the most iconic and well-preserved castles in the country. Known as the White Heron Castle due to its elegant white exterior, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a national treasure of Japan. The castle, originally constructed in the 14th century, underwent significant renovations in the early 17th century, resulting in its current form. It features a complex network of defensive structures, including gates, moats, and intricate pathways, all designed to confuse attackers. Himeji Castle stands as a masterpiece of Japanese feudal architecture and a symbol of the nation's history and culture. There are a few different tours and tickets you can purchase. I chose the combo ticket for both Himeji Castle and Cocoan Garden Tour because it's cheaper than buying separate tickets. There's also guided tours and audio tours. I decided to do a self-guided tour. There are informational placards everywhere with details about the history of Himeji Castle. Since I bought the combo ticket, I headed towards Cocoan Garden next. It's a stunning Japanese garden that offers a tranquil escape from the city. It was created in 1992 on the site of a former samurai residence and consists of 9 separate gardens, each with its unique design. The gardens feature elements such as koi ponds, bamboo groves, traditional tea houses, stone paths, and beautifully landscaped greenery. The garden provides a peaceful complement to the nearby Himeji Castle, showcasing traditional Japanese garden design and offering visitors a chance to experience Japanese culture and nature. It was raining while I was visiting, but that meant that there were a lot less people, and it was very peaceful. Kobe is the next destination that I went to. You can do this as a separate day trip, however, I decided to make it a dinner stop coming back from Himeji Castle. I went to Kobe Beef Steak Ishida, however, there are so many options to choose from in Kobe. But I would recommend finding a popular one and making reservations ahead of time as they do get very busy. I looked at the menu and ordered what they recommended, and that was, of course, the A5 Wagyu steak set. The service was amazing, the food was delicious, and the presentation was phenomenal. And I would say the price was fairly reasonable at around 150 USD. I would do it again in a heartbeat. The next day, I explored around Osaka a little bit more. I checked out the Osaka Castle, which looked very similar to Himeji Castle, but I would say it had about triple the amount of people there. Nevertheless, it was still beautiful. Then I went to the best sushi place that I went to probably on the whole trip. It was a little restaurant called Sushi Zushi. The sushi was so fresh and delicious. The next day, I went to a cafe called Colony by Eki. I ordered a fluffy pancake set and omelet rice, and let me tell you, just thinking about it now is making my mouth water. This was so good. If I could eat this every day, I would. I packed up my stuff and headed to the next city. The next destination is Hiroshima, which only takes an hour and 20 minutes to get to from Osaka. But I chose to spend a few days there. My first stop was the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum. The museum commemorates the victims of the atomic bombing on August 6, 1945. It features exhibits with photographs, artifacts, and survivor stories highlighting the devastating effects of nuclear warfare. The next day, I went to the Atomic Bomb Dome, also known as the Genbaku Dome, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Hiroshima, Japan. It is the preserved ruin of the former Hiroshima Prefectural Industrial Promotion Hall, which was near Ground Zero when the atomic bomb was dropped on the city on August 6, 1945. The structure's skeletal remains serve as a symbol of the destruction caused by nuclear weapons and a reminder of the need for peace. You can walk around the park, which serves as a place of reflection, remembrance, and hope for peace. The next day, I took a day trip from Hiroshima to Miyajima Island. The journey includes a 30-minute train ride and then a 10-minute ferry ride to get there. Once I got there, I was greeted by beautiful views and some pretty curious deer. It seemed pretty popular because it was packed full of people. You can see sights such as the famous Itsukushima Shrine, Otori Gate, and the bright red pagoda. But if you're in for a workout, you can hike up to the top of Mount Misen. There is a ropeway that will take you to the top, but it was closed when I went, so I decided to hike all the way to the top and back. I'd say it was worth it though, because the views from the top were incredible. Since I worked up quite an appetite, I decided to check out the street food scene. If you come here, don't forget to try Momiji Manju, a famous confectionery in the shape of a maple leaf. They come stuffed with various flavors. Miyajima Island is also the perfect place to sit, relax, and watch the sunset on the beach. Then I took the ferry and train back to my hotel. And then I was off on my next adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and thank you so much for watching.